In 1901, sponge divers pulled a lump of green rock out of a shipwreck near a Greek island. For decades, nobody knew what it was. Then, in the 1970s, an X-ray revealed something impossible. Gears. Dozens of them. Hand-cut. Precisely calculated. Built over 2,000 years before the next device of its kind. The wreck was found off the island of Antikythera, between Crete and mainland Greece in 1900. Divers were actually looking for sponges when they stumbled onto a sunken Roman-era cargo ship, likely dating to around 70 to 60 BCE. Among the statues, coins, and jewelry hauled up was a shapeless, corroded lump of bronze. It sat in a museum drawer in Athens for years, unremarkable, until a researcher noticed something odd: gear teeth. What researchers eventually pieced together using X-ray and later CT scanning in the 2000s was a device with at least 30 bronze gears, some smaller than a fingernail, housed in a wooden case about the size of a shoebox. It wasn't decorative. It was a calculator. Turn a hand crank, and the device would track the position of the sun and moon in the zodiac, the phases of the moon, the timing of eclipses years in advance, and even the 4-year cycle of the ancient Olympic Games. The gearing that predicted eclipses used a differential-style mechanism, a concept historians assumed wasn't invented until the 16th century. This pushed that timeline back over 1,500 years. So who built it? Honestly, we don't fully know. Inscriptions on the device reference Corinthian-derived calendars, which points to a possible origin in a Corinthian colony, with Syracuse being one candidate, home to Archimedes' school of mechanical tradition a century earlier. Some researchers connect it to the astronomer Hipparchus, whose lunar theory matches the device's irregular moon-tracking gear almost exactly. But there's no signature, no manual, no workshop. It's a single surviving example of what may have been a broader tradition of Greek mechanical engineering, one where almost everything else was lost, melted down, or simply rotted away in the 2,000 years since. This is the leading theory, not a confirmed fact. For a long time, the popular idea of ancient Greece was philosophy, marble statues, democracy, big ideas, not precision engineering. The Antikythera mechanism forces a rewrite. It tells us Hellenistic Greek engineers had precision metalworking down to fractions of a millimeter, an understanding of astronomical cycles rivaling instruments from the Renaissance, and the means to produce at least some version of this, since ancient writers mention similar devices as if they weren't unheard of. Cicero, writing in the 1st century BCE, described a bronze device built by Archimedes that modeled the movements of the sun, moon, and planets. He wasn't describing a myth. He'd apparently seen one. The Antikythera mechanism may be the only surviving example of a technology that was, for its time, almost mundane among a small circle of specialists. No one has found a second one, not yet. The wreck itself has been excavated multiple times since 1900, with more artifacts recovered as recently as the 2020s. Some researchers think there could be more fragments still on the seafloor. Until then, this single object remains the most advanced known machine of the ancient world. Proof that ancient doesn't mean primitive.